So let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? What is this? What is this?
This is Patrick Stanton reporting live from Mustang News. So let's get down to business. According to my bros back at CNN, pro-Russia victors vowed to ignore the deal for ceasefire in Ukraine. This is a big deal, so don't touch that dial, and we're going to go straight to the scene next.
As the ceasefire inched closer, no let-up in the violence.
How y'all doing tonight? My name's Jerry Stanton, Patrick Stanton's better twin. He's the lead anchor. He kind of got me this job. But I'm here in Ukraine, and I'm going to interview someone.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Steve.
What's your name?
My name is Dmitry Oyiskov.
Dmitry Oyiskov, people. Where are you from?
I'm a Ukrainian military man.
Okay. So, do you want to explain what happened when the ceasefire went in place on Saturday?
Well, the pro-Russian troops said it was supposed to be a ceasefire, but all I heard was BANG! And the pro-Russian troops, they just kept coming on to us. So the Ukrainian military just had to retreat.
Wait, before I'm done, can you explain the situation again? What was it like?
BANG!
Anything other than that?
No, that's it. That's all I heard.
You heard it first here, guys. The situation was
Terrible.
Alright. Jerry Stanton here, reporting live from Ukraine. Back to you, Shauna.
Thank you, Patrick. After doing much research, I have concluded that the intention of the declaration of ceasefire was to finally put an end to the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. The treaty was consulted in Minsk, Belarus, between Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko, Russian President Vladimir Putin, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, French President Francois Hollande, and Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. This agreement obtained many demanding requirements. The requirements were the removal of all heavy weapons from behind the front lines of battle, the removal of all foreign fighters, the return of all prisoners on war on both sides, the restoration of social benefits and taxation to the areas currently controlled by the Russian rebels in accordance to the Ukraine Constitution, the return of control of the border to the Ukraine military, and the monitoring of the deal by the OSCE. The incident relates to the Treaty of Ghent. The Treaty of Ghent ordered for all actions made during the war to be restored. For example, all land that was conquered had to be restored. In relation, majority of the requirements of the ceasefire demanded restoration of previous policies. For example, prisoners of war had to be released from their captors and returned. Social and economic benefits must be restored, and control of the Ukraine border must be returned to the Ukraine military. This arrangement should have been enacted on Saturday, February 14, 2015. But as of early Wednesday, February 18th, rebels have fired on Ukrainians approximately 50 times, and Russia sent in more tanks. The question is, should the U.S. feel obligated to take action? A statement from the White House was released claiming, "The United States welcomes the agreement reached today in Minsk. The agreement represents a potentially significant step towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict and restoration of Ukraine's sovereignty. Many people believe that the U.S. should support Ukraine, but it is unnecessary to directly involve themselves. The other side to this controversial topic is that Putin, the president of Russia, is a dangerous man, and it is safer not to get involved. One opinion is that Ukraine is not vital to U.S. interests. The U.S. does not need to become involved with the crisis in Ukraine. Ukraine is not extremely important to the U.S. Because of this, the U.S. should obviously not involve military. Doing so can provoke Russia even further, which is not very smart because it could create a violence force from Russia. Russia has violated international law, so instead of acting alone, the U.S. should wait to act with the rest of the international community, whether it be diplomatically, economically, or unfortunately military." Another statement from the White House urged, "Heavy weapons must be withdrawn from the conflict zone, and Russia must end its support for the separatists and withdraw its soldiers and military equipment from eastern Ukraine." This entire Ukraine crisis and the war between Ukraine and Russia back in September of 2013, when Ukraine refused to sign a treaty with Russia. This agreement did not just establish new restrictions on trade, but also forced Ukraine to subject to all European policy. With that being said, will Ukraine still manage to obtain its independence? Will Ukraine be forced to surrender under Russia's superior army, or will Russia finally retreat after 2 years of disastrous military combat? Will the U.S. step in and aid Ukraine on this ongoing dreadful war? Follow Mustang News for more details. This is Shauna Walker signing off. Good night, America.
What a fantastic story. But the question is, will the ceasefire actually happen? Will the UN get involved? What is the U.S.'s standpoint in this situation? We will keep updating you as we get more information. But as of now, stay classy upon equip.